keep hearing reports of, getting hold of Boko Haram sponsors and how they have been detained or how they have been kept, somewhere to be tried and all of that. But, we've not really gotten hold of, the main things that Nigerians want to hear, their prosecution and what line of action the government took against them. And it is important that Nigerians are aware because, in fact, Boko Haram is one sect that have terribly terrorized Nigerians, you know, and it is part of the problems we have today where there are hike of food prices, there are hike of, commodities and a lot in the country today just because of insecurity. So I believe the government should not in any way take it lightly with these guys. There's a lot going on in the lives of Nigerians. In fact, this is causing a lot of depressions for families because a lot of families cannot even take care of their families. They cannot handle their children. They cannot handle just because of the challenges of not being able to feed well. So it is indeed really important that Nigerians really know what the plans the government has for these guys, because you cannot just keep coming out to tell us this is what we are doing and we are not hearing any of the persecutions that these guys are going through or going to face. So definitely it should be something that this government should let Nigerians know. But anyway, guys, more details, but please stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share this video, turn on the notification bell, like and also share this video. And if you have not subscribed, please ensure you hit the subscribe button. All right, dear friends, without further ado, let us dive right into the details of this report as the Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, says that Boko Haram sponsors have been identified and arrested. The Nigerian government has announced Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami spoke to news agency of Nigeria NAN in New York. In New York City, the ADF said the government was detaining high-profile individuals responsible for funding terrorist activities in the country. Malami assured the Buhari administration was determined to take stringent measures to counter insurgency. We have succeeded in identifying those that are responsible for funding terrorists, he said. We have blocked the leakages associated with the funding and embarking on aggressive investigation that is indeed impacting positively in terms of the fight against terrorism. Investigation is ongoing, and for the purpose of investigation, I wouldn't like to be preemptive in terms of making disclosures that would have the effect of undermining the successes we are recording. One thing I can tell you for sure is that whatever we do in terms of detention and in terms of arrest is indeed backed by judicial process. We have indeed obtained a legitimate court order taking into consideration what we have presented before the court. The court eventually exercised its discretion in terms of granting orders that we have them in custody. He said the Nigerian authorities are receiving knocks for failing to publicize names of Boko Haram financier after the revelation by the United Arab Emirates. That is exactly what I was saying. You remember that a few months ago and also a few weeks ago or a few days ago, the UAE again sent names of those responsible for the sponsor of Boko Haram in Nigeria. I wonder what they are really hiding or why they feel the need to keep these guys away from Nigerians. These guys are terrorists. It is injustice not to allow Nigerians know who they are. And in fact, no kind of mercy should be granted to these guys. They have terrorized this country for over a decade. You know what that could mean? People have gone through trauma. Families have gone through a lot. Families have experienced what they never thought in their life they could ever experience. And yet we are keeping this away from Nigerians. This is grave injustice. And it just doesn't make sense. I wonder what kind of a nation would do that. Everyone understands the deadly nature of this terrorist and how they have attacked homes, attacked communities, attacked individuals in different ways and in different parts of the country. And yet UAE found it very important to bring names of those sponsoring because, they have a good system where they can track, things going on in the country. And they were able to fish out some guys because, there are some things fishy about them. They fished them out and understood that these guys are the ones sponsoring the terrorist attack going on in Nigeria. And they felt it important to send such names to the Nigerian government. But what has happened? The first names that were sent to the Nigerian government, it's been over 4 to 5 months now. And what are they saying? Now Malami is out here telling us that they've picked up high profile individuals and they are dealing with them, that they are in the custody of, the what. It just does not make sense. It is not custody alone. Let us hear their prosecution. Let us know what exactly has been happening. Let them confess. Let them be made to confess to for Nigerians to understand the main reason they've been terrorizing this country. Let us know some people in the government who have been involved. Is that what they are keeping away from Nigerians? That is why they are not doing this openly. Maybe they are keeping a lot from Nigerians. That is why they are not saying anything concerning, these guys who have been involved. Bring out their names. Let Nigerians know the names of those who have been sponsoring Boko Haram terrorists because these guys are hardened criminals. They are people who have caused harm to Nigerians. So they shouldn't be given any form of mercy in any way. They shouldn't be given such, access to be freed. They shouldn't in any way. So it is important that the government release them to Nigerians. Let us know them, because this now looks like a lie that the Attorney General is talking about because he's saying they have them in custody, they have identified and arrested them, that the Nigerian government has announced it and all of that. But it is much more than that. It is not about going for a meeting in the New York and giving them stories. Let them be proofs. Let Nigerians be able to tell that indeed this is what is going on. We are aware that these guys have been arrested. You went to the New York and you're saying this, but here in Nigeria, nobody is aware if these guys have been arrested or not. These are some of the reasons Nigerians cannot even trust this administration because there are so many stories, so many lying stories flying around here and there. They don't go straight to the point. They don't tell Nigerians exactly what is going on. UAE, took out that pain to fish out sponsors of Boko Haram. But yet, when it got to Nigeria, nothing was done about it. And yet, the Attorney General of the Federation is telling us that they are in custody, they have been arrested, and so on and so forth. Things don't just add up. But anyway, we keep praying that things get better in Nigeria and the insecurity be something that of a thing of the past, and all those who have been involved should really face persecution. But anyway, guys, that is it from here. Please drop a comment. Let's hear from you. And also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.